Great hand. Nope, not really. Passable hands. Does that ever happen, me being out of play points? Yeah. When does the big historic tournament start? Starts on Thursday. Day 1's on Thursday, day 2 on Friday, and then the top 8's over the weekend. Chest opening stream. Yeah, I could open some chests. That's a good point, actually. Alright, this should be a decent matchup. I just need to not flood too badly. Having a Sanctuary in my opening hand, not the greatest. I think I just go ahead and get Triumph, right? Cling to Dust. Interesting. I'm gonna play Island first, see what I draw, go from there. Oh, that's super interesting. Really? You're more likely to have one of each if you have a 3-1 split than a 2-2 split? What they end up submitting? Wouldn't you want to know? I'll give you a hint. I'm terrified of these ley lines of combustion. I saw that and I was like, how am I supposed to beat it? Yeah, first time in my life I'm legit scared of ley lines. Monsieur Cafouillette, aka Wafetapa. Yeah. Alright. Looks like we're in trouble. Just draw Uro easy. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get their Blood Crypt now. Yeah, I'm playing John Sacrifice. I'm playing John Sacrifice in Historic. I do have 2 Reclamation Sage in my sideboard. So I'm not totally cold to a ley line, but yeah. Oh, I got the wrong island. Whoopsie. Surely that's no big deal, right? Surely that's not going to cost me the game or anything. Pretty far behind, man. Legit game losing mistake. Well, it's pretty good if I ever draw a removal spell. Having the force. Yeah, it would have been next turn. Wow. Starting the stream off right. Please just kill me on your next turn so I have no regrets. Please have Battle Rage plus Stubborn Denial. To be fair, they probably have like a billion failed push, so I probably would have lost anyways. Yes, tears. Classic. Classic Sultai dying was 2 failed push in hand to Gormag Angler. Some things never change. I would have had a blocker, yeah. They probably had a fatal push though, so. Let's board out all the counter spells maybe. That seems fine. Click, Ooze, Decay. I already have a lot of cards to kill Depth Shadow. Maybe Decay is better than Push. You did 2 clicks. Alright.
6 months has flown by. Thanks for all of the fun streams.
Hey, Ride or Die. I'm glad you have fun. Glad I provide a little joy. Thanks for the sub too. I was thinking about playing some arena and playing some bad 3 or 4 color control pile. Figured I play a little modern and stuff since I've been playing a lot of arena. Yeah, JD, I saw. I guess I ran like pretty extreme. Like I've been doing like pretty poorly or pretty well. I was surprised too. I saw that. I was like, huh. Feel like I haven't won a match on the weekend, you know. Feel like I lose round 1 every challenge. Wow, can possibly lose has been called. Did I share my list? I didn't share my exact list. I'm playing John Sacrifice. The version was Collected Company. Pretty close to what Croaky's used to get to number 1. I'm probably gonna lose it all to Leyline of Combustion. Hey, Varus. Who even plays at Leyline? I don't know who figured it out, but it is pretty terrifying. Well, someone was asking about the roll sound earlier. So what's good against my Jace? Snapcaster is kind of good against my Jace. Again, Jace, bounce to Depth Shadow. What do they have in their graveyard? Maybe just take a Depth Shadow. Snap or Scion. Snap's probably gonna be good. I'm gonna be like Stubborn Denial. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I could have taken nothing. Pretty big fan of taking nothing. Uh-oh. Punished. Yeah, I think I messed up, to be fair. Take nothing would have gotten the Jace killed. How so? When did the deck list go public? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Snap Plus for all signs. Yeah. No. I don't know, maybe it's not so bad. I was thinking I can't target. I don't know, man. I'm just making some dumb mistakes. Just frustrated at the way these games are going. I don't know how you win every weekend was this deck, Jendrek. You know, I see my Kling. I don't even think it's going to make a difference. Yeah. Do I have a burn spell in my deck? What's their hand? Death Shadow and a mystery card? Am I gonna spin the wheel and try the historic chance today? Probably not. Get an upkeep stop. Don't I want to steal the one they're gonna... I think I'd rather give them a draw step. Maybe try and steal the one they gave first strike to or something. Alright, I guess I'll do it now. Yeah, I'll probably throw. I was saying I'm not a fan of Dismember. I think it's probably bad. I was wondering why you don't play just another Doomblade. Especially since you keep losing to Prowess. And people are playing a lot of Primeval Titans. I don't know, maybe even just killing an Uro and stuff seems... I guess you have a million removal spells to deal with Uro. Do people play Arcanus in this format? Also, am I gonna get Blood Mooned? Yeah, Harlow, of course, I'd go further for it because of the sprite. I will have played that deck in Modern too. Divided Road too. Yeah, Sprite and Ruse are two pretty big ones. Hello, Jace. See? Nothing. Arcavion, thanks for the Prime sub, appreciate it. What do you think? Should I Field of Ruin now? Then I'd go for it again next turn. I'll wait. What do I think about Miracle in Modern? Not much. I don't play a ton of Modern these days. It's probably not very good. I'll probably just use Cryptic Command since they can bring back the Croc sub in a couple turns again. My Mana Leak should still do something good. Or I could Field of Ruin plus Mana Leak now, give them an extra mana. Not sure if I want to give them the extra mana. I'll probably do Mana Leak. Might be a bit loose. I mean, it doesn't look like they have much, so I don't think they have a good 2-drop in hand. I think this is plays better with getting Mystic Sanctuary and stuff. Better to use Lake now if we think they have nothing in hand. think I want to do Cryptic Command and put it back on top straight away. Not sure if I have time to draw 2 cards. Did I break Historic in time? I don't think so. I was feeling pretty good about my deck, but then I saw people had Leyline of Combustion in chat, hopefully, or in the tournament. Hopefully it's just like Canister, Louis, and Joy Manuel who are playing Leyline of Combustion, and it's not something everyone's going to have. Or else I'm going to have to draw these Reclamation Sage like a champ. I guess I have Reclamation Sage plus Company to find them. It's not that bad. I'm playing John Company Sacrifice. Yeah. That's doing okay in our testing. I was beating Sultai and it was beating Goblins. I think it beats Burn too, but might depend on the Goblin build. For people who listen to the Midweek Metagame podcast, I guess, A, do you want to hear us talk about spoilers? And B, what's the best way? Like, should we talk about every card? Should we talk about just like a few cards, focus more on a few cards that we think are going to be especially good or that we like? I don't know. I want to message Get Smart and Harry about it and see how we should go about talking about the spoilers tomorrow in the podcast. Yenrek says, I like talking about few cards that you like. Adam says, I like to hear just about the card that might affect the major formats. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, not every common and stuff. I didn't mean that, but yeah. Just try and pin, yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about like commons, but yeah. All right, we'll try and focus on a few good ones. Sounds good to me. All right. Clang would have been good this game. Can we just skip the part where we play 4 Clang in our main deck, Yenrek? Just fast forward a few weeks. Yeah, maybe doing like a top. I think we did that in the past, like top 3, top 5 for each format. For like standard, I guess there's a lot of formats now. They're not making our job easy. Standard, historic, pioneer, modern. 4. Also haven't been following the spoiler discussion too much, so I don't know which cards are like being hyped up, which cards people are. Just talk about the ones where it's kind of close, King. Countering Bounce Sanctuary was the play. Fair. I don't do that often enough. They don't care about standard much. Yeah, I mean, we don't talk much about standard, but you know, and we don't know. I mean, I haven't been playing standard. Plus, standard is going to be pretty kind of overwhelming topic because of the rotation. Have I done surveys now? Don't do it top 5 style. Yeah. Cryptic Command Tribal, Cryptic Command Resident Sleeper, Cryptic Command on top of my deck. Cryptic Command was flashback. It really doesn't matter, right? How bad can that be? I'm at 4. The new Goblin Guide is breakable. I don't know. Sun-Scorched Desert. Turn 1 Goblin Guide. Turn 2 the new Goblin Guide, Sun-Scorched Desert. Attack. Teetering Peaks. Could be a sideboard plan in the Titan decks. Board in 4 Goblin Guides. Valakut Goblin Guide. I think new guide seems fine. A 1-drop that you can't really play on turn 1. Sounds pretty horrendous to me, but it was Sanctuary. Yeah. I mean, even if your deck is all the 1-drops, you want to like get to 3 lands on turn 3. Alright. I didn't even see, did they have Lurrus? No, they didn't have Lurrus as a companion, right? Alright. Ooze seems good. Veil seems good. Damnation could be good. Abrupt Decay could be good. Charm could be good. Gust could be good. Could have Blood Moons after sideboard. Oh, I think I'll hold a 1-mana removal spell. Or I should have Oldie Gust. They might have Boil too. How do I beat Boil? Do I need to keep in a few Force of Negations? Maybe Spell Snare is not the greatest. Maybe 4 Charms a bit much. Maybe Drown's bad against Croxel, even though most of their cards are cheap. How often is Field of the Dead triggering? Pretty often. I think it's good. Classic Veil on the draw. Tank, Blackly Cliff Thoughtseize. Interesting. Seemed like a hard decision from where I'm standing. I think you just always play Triumph because of Mystic Sanctuary. What's your opinion on the variant of this deck that plays Gifts on Giving what was left from the loam? These Gifts decks have always been pretty bad historically. Maybe they were good. I actually played Gifts in I played like Teamer Gifts in a PT. Was it modern or was it still extended? The one Kibler one. Is that the deck Spike's been playing? Gifts Ungiven's always been a bit awkward in these decks. In most of these decks. Did you consider Wilderness Reclamation? No. Could be good. Could just play 1. Happy to draw the first one. You don't have you have some card advantage, but you don't have Fact or Fiction and stuff, so Reclamation not as good when you're playing Jace, but Pretty strong cards. I've been playing for, I don't know, since Ice Age. So I started playing probably 24, 25 years ago. And I didn't get good until I started going to local game stores and stuff. We're in trouble. I guess I could have fetch for Island, hoping to draw another fetch. Maybe that was better than playing a River of Tears. Oh, Blood Moon. Yikes. This game's pretty over. Mulligan into a bad hand against their good hand. Come on, 2 lands. Yeah, I have Swamp and Forest. Oh wait, I'm losing my Abrupt Decay. Oh, I'm helping it out. Was that I should have played? Surely they have 1 basic Swamp, right? Whatever. In this game. I made a few mistakes. I should have fetched for Island and then whatever. I could bring explosives against them. Yeah, explosives might be okay. Gets rid of Blood Moon. I have a lot of things to get rid of Blood Moon. Maybe I'll do explosives over Spell Snare. I was wondering if I was supposed to keep Bofus and maybe get rid of Jace. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and hope they don't have a bolt. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to keep Bofus. Card's really strong against them. Looks like they're a bit panicked. Or that they have nothing going on. Could have played that many different ways.
Hey Gab, what's up?
Hey Miss Licorn, not much. What's up with you? Thanks for the reset, thanks for the 6 months. Just chilling, you know. Playing some Sultai, playing a little modern. Took Ether Gust over Jace. What's up with that? Also, they kept 1 right up. Does that mean they have Lightning Bolt in hand? Probably right. Should I just move in on that ooze? I might just be all in on Scavenging Ooze here. Oh, there's only 1 creature. Oh, I blew it. I should have played my land first. Oh no, I can remove it again in response. I'm dumb. I can remove the same. Wow. Brain's not working today. My sheet 22. Thanks for the prime resub. Wow, that was bad. They could have just blocked plus bolted, right? They're tanking really hard. They must have something. Hey Sauce, today's Labor Day in the States, yeah. Pretty big holiday. Well, I think it's a pretty big holiday anyways. Let's see Autumn's list. No instigators, one torch courier. Another target creature gains haste until end of turn. It's pretty good with Krenko. It's pretty bad against everything else. No caves. Ringleader Legion. Oof. Thank God they don't have Leyline. As I said, Leyline does not sound very fun. Hey Leak Eater, well 20 push-ups. I just showered and shaved. Feeling good. I'll do push-ups. I didn't work out much this weekend. I don't think I did anything this weekend. No caves, yeah. I think caves. It's been pretty hit or miss for me to cave. It's definitely cost me games. I haven't played enough goblins to know if you want one or two caves or not. I think they just can't. I'm guessing they don't have Fatal Push in their deck. I wonder if I even played a Chase for it to die to a Lightning Bolt. I think I'm just gonna say go. Is that terrible? Good Jace +2, but they rely a lot on their graveyard. And what are they gonna do? Cast another Thoughtseize, go down to 8? I don't know, whatever. I can play Jace next turn. I like having green mana. That's like countering a spell, or it's almost like an extra card having green up. Gab, why not Jace +2? When has anything went wrong after you Jace +2 instead of brainstorming? Imagine your whole deck countered by a grizzly bear. I'm playing John Sack He's pretty close to what you used to get to #1. I was up late debating on whether I should play a second Swamp or a Castle Loch Twain. I couldn't decide. But now I'm just terrified of the idea of having to play against Leyline of Combustion. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to beat that card. What do you think is better, Crokies? What would you have played if you had to play in the tournament? Goblins or John Sack? Leyline of Combustion. It's terrifying. I have 2 Reclamation Sage in my sideboards. Is that the tech people were hiding? I don't know about the people, but someone in Canister's playtest group figured it out. It sounds really good. Yeah, Mayhem Devil, Priest of the Forgotten Gods, Claim. Obviously, I knew that could happen. I'm fine with it. I have ways to beat it though. I have some Witch's Vengeance in my sideboard, and I have some Corvold I can bring in. So I don't know. Maybe it won't be that big of a deal. And at the end of the day, ley lines are ley lines, right? All extra RNG. Dude, the format's like so much RNG. Company, Moxus, people playing ley lines in their sideboards. At least it's going to be exciting for the viewers. Just spinning the wheel. Just players spinning the wheel every turn. Hey, Bifrost. I haven't played Soul Herder in a while. There's one player who plays Soul Herder a lot, and they play Ether Vial and Alademir's Skull, I think. I've actually been enjoying my matches of Historic, despite the RNG. I don't know if it's Arena or the format, or the fact that I was testing for a tournament. Maybe all of these things combined. Alright, dead free. Oh, I know I have 2 lands on top, right? Do I have a good spell in my graveyard? I could bring back that fail push, right? The Young Power is kind of annoying. I don't mind just killing them. Oh, but then I can't draw lands. Maybe that was a mistake. Let's see. I guess I could go for the kill. Let's see what they have. If they have another... They don't have anything, right? I'm not sure that's optimal, but... Seems like they just don't have anything. Sometimes you just have to steal a 1/1 token. Save a few seconds. Do I not play Soul Herder because it's not competitive? Yeah, it seems really bad in a format of Lavadarts, you know. When one of the best decks plays 4 Lavadart, it's really rough for Soul Herder. Maybe there's a version that was more focused on Ephemerate and less Soul Herders. I mean, even my Soul Herder deck is already down to like 2 Soul Herders. Would I do that in the GB finals? That looks kind of good. Got a little bit of everything. I'll shock myself. This way maybe I'll think I have Spell Snare in hand, and maybe I'll want to play one of my spells anyways. Most of the creatures in Soul Herder have 1 toughness. Yeah, but it's not the same thing when they have to Lavadart a 1/1 cantrip, as opposed to having to Lavadart, you know, a free mana 1/1 that didn't provide you any value. You're not going to win a lot of games where you trade your 3rd turn for their 1 mana spell. Could play a Wilt in my sideboards. I like that card in the deck. Obviously you have tons of options, but if people still play a decent amount of Stoneforge Mystic decks, having a Wilt is nice. Decent answer to Blood Moon too. Blood Moon, Dryad, just pretty solid card. Not super flashy, but... Making sure they couldn't just have Snapcaster there. We're 1-1 in this league. The red ley lines are definitely beatable as John even without fighting red shade. Have you ever played against that card? I've played against it in other formats, but I've never had anyone play it against me in Historic. Was that something that people were playing, or is that straight out of, straight out of left field? Alright, so if I jam Jays, they could have Snap Lake. That would be kind of brutal, but if I wait... Problem is if I wait, then they just make a bigger shark and whatever. I'll just jam. Just like Bob. I'm trying to find a good one from the soundboard. It's a pretty good one. I'll add it to my soundboard. Yeah, it might get me DMCA though, you're right. Feels bad, man. We have a joke. How does Bob Marley like his donuts? I don't know. We jam in? What was jam in? Yeah, I guess donuts was jamming them. That's a thing. That's true. Haha. Yeah, I don't even think I have Pipit Jam enabled. Pipit Jam's kind of a mistake. To be fair, I never listen to music on the stream, so... I guess when I start singing. Doop, 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 doop. Maybe get this one, since it comes into play tapped. Could write me with a cryptic command. I guess I can always force some negation in the cryptic command. Oh, I didn't do the push-ups. I was not intending on scamming anyone. I wonder if people still believe me when I just say I forgot every time. I promise it's true, I really do forget. Interesting. Could just say go one time, right? Yeah, seems good. I still owe you push-ups from 3 months ago? No, that's not how it works. You got scammed. I don't owe you anything. It's anytime you redeem points on this stream, it's at your own risk. Should I just steal it now? I like the Flooded Grove. Big fan. Big fan of Flooded Grove. Yeah, redeeming for Rhinomania is a pretty safe bet. Rhinomania! Rhinomania! This one I can honor pretty easily. How do you feel about River of Tears? It's been fine so far. Seems a bit extreme to me, but maybe not. Is Sultai for life? 2004. It's gonna start being the same stories over and over again. I guess not everyone is around every time. Let's see. 2003. Oh, was that the year with 7 PTs? Oh. 2004 was a good year. That's the year I won Player of the Year. A mere 16 years ago. Imagine we had 7 PTs. I top 8'd New Orleans. I top 8'd Kobe. I think I top 8'd like... I had a pretty sick streak in constructed PTs. This was when I was on my peak. Peak Gab. So if I say go, I might lose to another Shark Typhoon. I guess I can just steal it again. Because it was like Worlds in Berlin, I got 9th. Yeah, I had like Pro Tour Venice, which was constructed. I made top 8. Then that was limited. That was maybe the PT where I made it to the finals of the Masters, constructed. Then I had the 9th place at Worlds, which is like 2/3 constructed. Then that was Team PT, I did poorly. Then that was constructed, extended, and I made top 8. Limited, and then Kobe, I came in 2nd. And then what was San Diego? Was that when I top 16? Oh no, that was limited. And then Pro Tour Seattle, I think that was the team one when I played with Del Ruel. Yeah. That was limited, but we still did pretty good. We came in 6th or something. And then in Worlds, I made top 8 again. So basically it was a stretch of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 constructed PTs where I had like 4 top 8s and a 9th place finish. Not bad. Let's see, what's my favorite story from 2004? Oh, so you guys might know I'm pretty good friends with Mark Herberholz, but at the time, I just mostly knew him from having money drafted with or against him a few times, you know, and I knew he was a pretty good player. So very first round of the tournament. Was it very first round or was it second round? Very first round of the tournament, I get paired against Herberholz. And we're not friends, and he just offers a split, round 1 of the tournament. Tries to hook me for a like 5 or 10% split, and I'm like, sorry dude, round 1 of the tournament, I like you, but you know, just, you know, kind of politely decline. But, you know, he eventually got me for, a decent bit. I guess I'll use my cards right, just counter that. How did I do in the Swiss? 37 points. We just drew. We just all drew in the last round. 36, 36. So after round 15, I was 12 and 3. Which Eugene Harvey made top 8 in that PT? Or did he get absolutely screwed in? No. Huh. I didn't remember that. Dan Cato. Akira Ashara. Oiso. I think Oiso tried to cheat me in the... Or I think Oiso might have successfully cheated me in the top 8 of that tournament. I think there was a turn where he like played spells he didn't have enough mana to play. And the judges didn't catch it. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I just know that after the match, there's a judge who came up to me and he's like, I'm really glad you won because we're pretty sure we missed the spot where Oiso cast spells. Because he was playing like Voltaic and Grim Monolith. Yeah, that top 8 was like all Tinker decks. There was like one Psychodog deck. I think Tommy Wallamies was doing the coverage. That's funny. Why is there so little coverage? Weird. Did I click something? Anyways. Alright, so they might have path, but I have a counter spell for it. Should I even bother bringing back Uro? Probably right, I can just bring him back again next turn. Is there a video of the match to go back and watch? I don't think so, but maybe. May I have this? Wow, did I really win like that? Masashi played City of Traders and jokingly slammed Metal Worker down on the table but could do nothing else. Alright, I feel like we should read that. Maybe also should try to not time out. See how game 5 went down. What year was that? 2003. I think I played pretty bad in the finals though. Nassif took out 2 Force Spikes and borrowed in 2 Chrome Moxes. Nassif's hand for the final game was Polluted Delta, Chrome Mox, Chain of Vapor, a Talisman, 2 Goblin Troublemaker, and Mana Severance. Wow, I chose to send that back? Wait. At turn 1 Talisman into... Wow, okay, apparently that was a bad hand. He chose to send it back and saw Ancient Tube, Rishadan Port, and all 4 Mana Severances. No good. Wow, I'm mulligan to 5 in the deciding game. Trying was 5. Polluted Delta, Gilded Lotus, Talisman of Progress, Grim Malice, and City of Traders. Keep in mind that's like before the London mulligan. That's the... You don't get to see 7 cards. He kept that one having little choice. Musashi decided to share in the pain by taking a mulligan of his own. He deliberated over the 6-card hand, but eventually chose to keep. Nassif led off with City of Traders and Grim Malice. Nassif knocked the top of his deck, then drew yelling "Yes" when he saw the Mana Severance in his hand. He played out Gilded Lotus, the Talisman, and Severance, while Oiso could only stare in disbelief. He ended the turn with 1 card in hand. Was it the Charbelcher? Musashi played City of Traders and jokingly slammed Metal Workers down on the table, but could do nothing else. Nassif knocked his deck again, drew but couldn't do anything as his hand had been Polluted Delta, and he drew a 2nd Mana Severance. He was at least going able to untap his Monolith on Musashi's end step. Meanwhile, Oiso sat there doing Metal Worker math for what seemed like forever. He tapped it, revealing 2 artifacts, and played Processor, thinking Gabriel was at 19 from an earlier use of a Talisman. Unfortunately, the Talismans had been tapped for colorless mana, and the life score was currently 20-20. Musashi asked to take it back. Classic Musashis. A little take back, no problem, right? Sure. I'm giving him a bad rep, I guess. Maybe it's not very nice, but... Oh, I have Abrupt Decay for the sword. Alright, let me sideboard real quick. This matchup's kind of tough because Fatal pushed pretty good against them. I don't mind trimming some of the expensive stuff. Musashi asked to take it back but was denied by the head judge. He paid 19 life anyway. Nassif lightly tapped the top of his deck, drew, placed the card in the back of his hand, and peeked, finding Brainstorm. He placed it on the stack, drew, and peeked. Another Brainstorm, draw and peek. Tinker. That's game, boys. What a beauty. What a freaking beauty. Wow, imagine how broken the deck was if I mulliganed that first hand. I don't even get it. There's no way, right? I had potentially turn 3 Charbelcher, turn 4 Mana Severance. No, turn 2 Charbonneter if I draw land, turn 3 mana Severance. Maybe I just played scared. Maybe I just made a really bad mulligan. Or maybe the deck was that good. What PT was that year? 2003. It's pretty good. You have most of the coverage. There's like a few links that don't work, but if you go to magic.gg and you go to history, even archive, and you have like everything. Honestly, the old matches are kind of gas, the like written feature matches and stuff. It's pretty nice. Should I rep? Repping is overrated. Yeah. There used to be we used to make fun of Mori too. We used to joke that Mori played was a Gust Cloak emblem. Because the Gust Cloak was these creatures they printed that when they get blocked, you can choose to untap them and they get removed from combat. And then Mori was notorious for like attacking and then taking it back and being like Japanese judge, you know? So we started joking Mori just played was an emblem that all his creatures had just the Gust Cloak ability. Obviously, they're not all bad, you know. I kind of like Mori, but I see a bit sketch. What's the best slug you have ever had in an event? I don't know. I mean, probably want to look at the worst deck I've ever top 8'd was. I don't know what's the worst deck I ever top 8'd was. I might just Cling Mana Leak. Cling Mana Leak for now. The Spinerock Null one? No, that deck was pretty good. Like Dragonstorm deck was pretty busted, I think. Honestly, the Kroll Ultimatum deck was probably not that great. That might be the worst deck I've ever played at a PT or top 8 at a PT was. Could be a decent spot to Vendilion Click, I guess. I don't hate trying to counter it either. I mean, I'm not saying the Kroll Ultimatum deck was bad. I'm just saying, you know, maybe it was... Things are getting exciting over here. Little Notion Thief? Should I just play it now? Probably, right? Oh, dude, it's sick with Vendilion Click, too. Should I just click the main phase? No, I'll just see go. I didn't realize Thief and Click was a combo. Have I ever registered Red-Green Beatdown at a PT? We were joking about that the other day. I registered Goblins, and I had a few green cards in my sideboard. Alright, I mean, if they path to exile my Notion Thief, it's not the end of the world, obviously. It's still a reasonable result. Put that charm on top. Yeah, seems fine. Use my mana. Oh, and now they're gonna shuffle away my charm. Um. Well, that was pretty poorly played by me overall. I should have just clicked on my turn. And I'm just giving them 2 draw steps to draw something really threatening. Oh well. Not super focused. Chase, Force, Batter, Skull, and have 5 mana. Could just take the Chase and not have to worry about it. Yeah, like I'm not sure what I was worried about by having like 2 free power creatures in play and... Oh. Dude, I'm just... Alright. Justice. Classic Justice. Classic. Cha-ching! That is some pretty intensely poor sequencing all over the course of like a turn and a half or something. Oh yeah, of course I had that Archmage Charm already. It's definitely not the one I shuffled away. So they have Force of Negation and Mystery cards. We jamming. The remix, we punting. I'm gonna punting with you. We punting. Oh, classic Yendrike, broke it. 4 Archmage Charm after sideboard. Best card. Best card in the mirror. It does it all. Solves your Shark Typhoon problem too. Makes sense. I was playing a mix of Charm and Shark Typhoons for the mirror, but maybe just all Charms is good. It's not to find a creature to equip it to. Whatever, I'm jacked. I'm jacked on Archmage Charm. You call yourself a true control player? Oh, whoops. I don't have enough blue mana left. Oh well. This game though.
Normally.
Just a few punts. Just a few. Just in case anyone wondered if Blue-White Stoneforge was viable, they literally kind of went against someone making 2 mistakes a turn. I know, I wish Blue-White was good. Oh, I could have dusted last end of turn. Oh well. I didn't ship you the list to practice this week? Oh yeah. I'll ship you the list. Yeah, I'll tell you which cards I was not sure about, McKees. I'm not sure when they're supposed to like publish the deck lists. guess maybe I should do that now. No, I'll save it, whatever. Luis posted our team list on Twitter. Good joke. Is Luis even up yet? One tweet in the last hour. Oh yeah, looks like he actually did. Just classic Luis. Hurting team's equity for a little clout. I guess he posted our list on Twitter. Good beats. I don't care that much. I was actually gonna say I would share the list, but other people on my team are playing the same list. Yeah, I'm playing blue-white control. Yeah, I was debating between Castle Lochtwain and the second swamp. The castle's pretty good against Sultai, obviously, and you almost never have time to use it against any of the aggro decks, but I also was not getting punished by the castle too much. Because you can usually like figure out stuff to do with your mana, and it's not a big deal, but another answer to Gargaroth. One of Lovestruck Beast, one of yeah, I mean basically these are the best 1 and 2 drops, and then you've got these cards, you've got Paradise Druid, you've got a maybe Rick's Medi Reveler that's good in small numbers. We just wanted creature counts for Collected Company that were also like 1 or 2 mana spells. None of the options are super exciting. Whoops. Do I not have another Watery Grave? Let's see. Are they gonna mail me? No Melski. Let's see if we can draw a Fatal Push. Alright, it's probably a tough matchup. Oh, you think it might be Crabvine and not the mill deck? Wow. Right. Whew. Well, at least if they're playing Crabvine, it means they're not playing mill. I'll take it. Yeah, looks like Crabvine. Let's see, who are they gonna mail chat? Themselves? The Kozilek rule. I was just playing the deck. I'm the one who kind of hyped up the deck for our team, so I hope my teammates do well with the deck. I just couldn't win with anything, and I played with that deck a bit, and I was doing pretty good, like not winning every match, but I went through the like last 3 tiers of Diamond, just losing one match where I like kind of played poorly. Actually, the only match I lost in the last few tiers of Diamond was to a white-red polymorph deck that used the red cards to put big monsters into play. That was my one loss. Their deck's actually really bad against Uro into the Cryptic Command loop, so maybe I can still win this game, even though they have a decent start. I should have played Goblins, maybe. Some of my teammates are playing Goblins. We're like pretty high on Sultai for a while, and Sultai Goblins, that Jund deck. Blue-Eyed Control, the other one kind of want to play Blue-Eyed Control for a while. It's not looking great for me. Yatsi Yumaru. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much. Of course, if you have Amazon Prime, you can support the stream. You can sub to the channel with that Prime sub. Did I play the Historic Challenge? Nah. I was testing with my teammates yesterday, and when I was not, I'd rather play games on the ladder than in challenge. I'm assuming it's going to be tougher, better practice. I could play some today, I guess. Maybe I'll play some tonight if it's still on. I'll play some with my deck. Does Crab beat the Cryptic Loop? I don't think so. They have Creeping Shell if they get me low enough, I guess. Yeah, they can probably beat me with Creeping Shells. I'm surprised some players openly posted their list on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, if they're not part of big teams and stuff, and they don't have their teammates playing the same deck, you know, I think it's fine. Least though. Let's see if anyone's giving him crap. I'll give him a little crap. I think it's like not a big deal, but I also think he should have asked us. All right, Ooze seems like the nuts. Oh, what happened was that like boat event with Trump and stuff? Wasn't that like another like? Oh, looks like I started beef. little friendly banter between teammates. I don't get it. Gav keeps saying he doesn't care, but then he keeps bringing it up anyways. All right. Do I want Damnation? Can't remember if Damnation's effective against them or not. Go on Ether Gust. Are they gonna have Thoughtseize? Explosives could be okay. Alright, all these cards are good. This is good. This is good. This is good. I think the 2-mana counter spells are good. Jace is kind of hard to protect. I don't know what they sideboard is my problem. Not sure. Alright, does this hand do anything? No black mana, no blue mana. I have colorless mana. That does not seem very good. Alright, I can get behind that. Maybe get rid of the Snappy Boy. Snappy Boy and Pretty Boy. You like the less Croakies? You like the changes? Sounds like we have the approval of Croaky's God. Nice. Yeah, I don't like that Blood Artist also sucks against the Graveyard Hate. Then you have like so many cards that are bad against the Graveyard Hate. Yeah, the Lovestruck Beast was kind of good for me. It was decent, like, I don't know, maybe it was too small of sample, but stuff like Languish, giving you 2 foods, just kind of big body to 1 mana. I don't know. It was okay for me. Maybe I ran a bit hot with the card, and you know, it's not as good as I think it is. Flooded Grove. I was saying how Flooded Grove's the best land in the deck. Flooded Grove would be pretty good this game. Yeah, Bone Crusher was pretty smart too. It was actually Luis who like, he had like 2 Bone Crushers. Like, pretty good. And then maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll just try Lovestruck Beast, and I tried it, and it was like these. Gutter Bones. Gutter Bones probably okay too. It's pretty low impact hit on company though. I don't think just playing Snapcaster in this matchup and starting the race. Is that gonna be good? 3 bet if I ever draw Cling or something. It's a blue card for Force. It could add up, honestly. Their deck doesn't block very well. I don't know. Kind of sketchy. Kind of sketchy, but I don't hate it. They also you shock yourself a decent bit was that deck, and I have 3 cryptic commands. White Ooze over Ashok for the sideboard. It's not my choice, but I kind of like it. A bit more versatile, I guess. Oh yeah, they literally have an 0-4 in there. Yeah, okay. Maybe my play wasn't good. Do they have Veil after sideboard? Looks like they have Veil. They're sequencing 1 mana up. No. I mean, forcing them to play the Secret Keeper, I guess. I'll call it a win. Alright, playing that Snapcaster was bad. Feels weird to pull adventure cards with Skoko, yeah. I mean, the reasoning is that you want to hit like kind of, you know, real decent creatures of company, but you also don't want your deck to be all free drops. And Bone Crusher and Lovestruck Beast helps you play around that, which is nice. I guess I can just get basic Force here without getting too punished, right? Let's see if the Ooze can survive. I mean, I doubt they have Fail Push in their deck after a sideboard against me. Hey guys, PvP. The list should be on the screen, but yeah, there's 2 Field of the Dead in the list. Was risky to not play a castle, but looks like not many fell to the Ur Pile Trap, yeah. Yeah, the games against Sultai go super long. I also thought that maybe was a Vraska and 2 Corvolts after sideboard. Maybe we're not going to be, you know, you also have Giganta. Oh yeah, they have Assassin's Trophy. Definitely going to counter that. They have Veil. Alright, yeah, I should have not played that Snapcaster Mage. That was a mistake. Alright, I'm going to bring in Dismember on the draw. Board out Abrupt Decay. Damnation, Damnation, Damnation. I don't think it makes too much sense to have Damnation. Would Counterspell be too strong for Modern? Kind of close. The blue decks are already pretty decent. Hey Tristan. Tuning went okay. We mostly jammed a bunch of games against goblins. Alright, I'm gonna keep. I mean, it's not like I have amazing cards in this matchup. I guess I have Ooze, and I don't have Ura in my hand. I don't have an Ooze. I don't have a counter spell for thingy, but I mean, it's not a given that I'm gonna have untap black and 1 mana removal spell, so. Oh, that was you on Kethis? Yeah, that did not feel good from my side. That was the one game where you drew a billion lands, you just needed a Kethis, and then I thought that was a game where you scooped a bit early. If I recall properly, I remember thinking, yeah, that you just scooped early. Looks like they kept a sketchy hand as well. I guess I could have played Ooze right away. Well, that kind of worked out. That's a good draw. Kethis, how has Kethis been for you? I like that deck. It's kind of hard deck to test, and the graveyard hate's a bit scary. But the deck's pretty good at beating the hate. This is a canister deck. Well, it really is a Yendrick deck, but yeah, that's the deck Canister played yesterday. That's the deck I would have played too yesterday if I had played the challenge, but I decided to just chill, test some thingy, and watch some dotes. The games were pretty good yesterday. I mean, obviously Secret just swept again, but still like kind of good games. Yeah, Poppy too good. Just like Spell Snare. I think I should Luck Supply, right? Yeah. They wisely decided not to attack. It's kind of nice I get to untap with Snapcaster plus Spell Snare too, to protect my Ooze from a trophy. I think I can just start attacking. Little to no risk. Alright, that's fine. You can have a drain.
Bon Courage Paula Mythic Invitational.
Wow, her French is really good. Valouvizia, merci beaucoup. Merci pour la beau et merci pour le... We'll see. I don't feel great about it. I think my deck is okay. And I think I'll be able to play it okay as well. It's quite the uphill battle for them. They need to like... I don't even know if hitting perfect is going to even matter at this point. For approach, I'm playing Jund Sacrifice. I'm playing the deck I played you as on the ladder yesterday. Shockingly, I did not register Approach of the Second Sun. To the surprise of absolutely no one. That'd be the biggest con ever if I'd broken it on day one was an Approach deck. And then just trash talking the card for the past 2 weeks. How many approaches of the Second Sun in the top 8? The line is at 0.5. I'll take the under. What do you think of the new red spoiler card for today for Junt? Red X, sack X lands, draw that many card. Yeah, I saw that card. Draw that many cards and you play X more. I mean, it's kind of a combo card, right? You got to abuse lands coming to play or something. So it basically lets you cycle your lands. So you have to like, for it to be playable, you need to have stuff that triggers from lands coming into play, right? I mean, these cards are usually unplayable, but I mean, it could be it's kind of a scape shift-ish type of cards. I don't know if there's like any use for that really. Forsaken Monument for each round. Can you link it? I'm a bit behind on the spoilers. I haven't been keeping up. Was Mayhem Devil and Corvold? Seems pretty gimmicky. I mean, you already have the 5-mana Bantu that does the same thing, but a bit better now. Alright, I think I'll use at least one of my fail pushes. Why go for the Throat? Because there's expensive creatures. Gormag Angler, Primeval Titan, Stormwing Entity are some of the big ones. I actually lost round 1 to a bunch of Gormag Anglers. Counter Ooze. Protect the Ooze at all cost. Oh, I should have removed the Gravecrawler. Whatever. 5 mana, legendary artifact. Colorless creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever you tap a tournament for colorless, and whenever you cast a colorless spell, you gain 2 life. I don't know, I mean, compare it to Reality Smasher, I guess. Like, you can't cast it off Temple. You need to have at least a creature in play for it to be, like, pretty good. Yeah, it seems pretty bad in Modern, yeah. Oh, they're just dead, right? I'm just slow rolling them. My bad. Didn't mean to slow roll opponent. Is Band better than... Yeah, Sultai. I don't know. Looks like Sultai's been doing good. They're probably both pretty good. Probably both similar power level. Alright, we got carried by the ooze. I think it could be good. There's a few protein shakes and a better diet, you could get swole. I don't know if I can get swole. I don't know if I have the metabolites to actually get swole. I mean, I guess anyone can get swole with a bunch of probably was a bunch of, I don't know, chemicals or whatever. Beautiful ringtone. You're welcome. Yeah, it was Ipitanga's area code. LSG asking, oh, on the phone. I thought he was asking if I'm angry with him. I'm very angry with LSV. Extremely mad. LSV telling me I'm kicked off the team. Made it almost a week on Team CFB before getting kicked. Who got me to join the John cult? I think I just gave the deck a try after Crokies did well with it, yeah. I don't remember, but I think that was the... Well, appreciate all your fetch lands. Alright, I'm hooked on Drown. Playing 4 in every deck. Combo is Cling to Dust. Never feels good to get 2 for 1, but that's Tyler. He loves Niv. He's probably playing Niv. Probably preparing for that new card, the Omnath. What do you think, Chad? Is Omnath going to be good in every format? Is it going to be good in Modern? Let's snap a drone here. I don't hate it. Just slow them down a bit. I think it's a decent use of my Snapcaster. Takes a lot of land triggers to be good. I mean, it takes Uro ramps you into 4 lands, and then on turn 4 you can just play Omnath plus fetch plus something else. What are good cards you can cast of Omnath? You can cast the new Narset. What are some sweet 4 mana cards you can cast? Fact or Fiction, yeah. The new Nissa. Someone is obsessed with Approach of the Second Sun. Oh yeah, Nissa goes black. Colors are hard. Math is hard. Is that from their graveyard? I think it is. I guess just snow-colored island. All right. They have a Ren, I have a Field of the Dead and a Neuro. Seems like a reasonable trade-off. Get back a Rayman, I guess. Even though he might have Verdict. Can cast Nahiri. Nahiri's a pretty good one. Let's see if all their cards in hand. Easy mute. Void pointer. Thank you so much.
Lakad mo to! Normally, normally. The next level play. Next level play.
Thanks for the 9 months. Muting yourself really is the next level play. Oh, I just realized now they had Yorion as a companion. Classic. Classic Monsons. I can cast it again if I remand. I don't think this remand is going to be super amazing either way, right? I'll use it. I'll make them tap out. I'll do that now just in case I draw a Force of Negation. It might be worth it. I can almost cast it again. I might be able to cast it again next turn. To be welcome. Alright, let's get rid of the Planeswalker. So I can say go with double counterspell up. Or I can bring back Ura this turn. I think I'll just say go. Actually, I can't even bring back Ura this turn. I don't have the mana. Field of the Dead is a bad design. Maybe. What if it was like 8 lands instead of 7? Would it still be a bad design? It's kind of powerful. I mean, if it sees plays in Modern and it's banned in Historic, maybe an extra land would have been like just right. I think I want to counter that. Losing my Uro is a pretty big deal. I mean, Field of the Dead's kind of card like the requirement might have been tough like 10 or 15 years ago. But now you just have so many good lands and stuff. It's like not even a real constraint, I guess. I'll put back Remand or Force of Negation on top. Remand seems good. These are expensive dragons and stuff. I think they're both pretty good. Both options were probably reasonable. Field would be okay if it didn't produce mana. Sounds like a fairly unplayable cards. That is really old school. Lands that don't make mana. What's the last land they've printed that doesn't make mana? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Dark Depth? How old is Dark Depth? Vugan, I guess. I mean, I guess at the time it was printed, there was no Eldrazi spells, right? No, I mean, obviously Prismatic Vista is not a... That's like fancy. No, I'm not counting the fetch lands. Well, actually, well, technically, Prismatic Vista, woo, woo. Have you ever heard of the Spirit of the Game chat? Ren and 6, Uro, Expansion Explosion. the Alright, let's see. Failed push seems pretty bad. I mean, he did have Snapcaster and Uro, but this all seems pretty good. This seems fine. This seems fine. How much removal do I have left? 2 decays for all their Uros, Ren and 6, all that. Could do the Go for the Frost, probably best removal if they have Niv in their deck. I'd have to trim 4. It's a bit scary to have all these 1 toughness creatures against Ren and 6, but I think they're pretty good. I think maybe Jace is hard to tap out for. Veil. I mean, there's like Expansion Explosion. He might have Veto, Assassin's Trophy. Maybe Veil in small numbers. Maybe 2 Ooze is 1 too many. I think I like the Flash guys and all the charms. Maybe trim an Uro. Field of the Dead didn't tap 4 mana. Do you think it would have made it more fair? Obviously. I mean, it would have been unplayable, I think, if it didn't tap 4 mana. No Gust. Bit narrow. It doesn't counter to Fairy. It's always scary to bring in instant speed cards like Gust. Surprised I didn't get Shadow of Doubted there. It's a gold card. At least he has old fetch lands again, so my Drawn into Luck might be able to counter it to Fairy. We'll see. Alright, no to Fairy. Unless he has like Veil maybe. He wants to secure his Teferi on turn 4. Which land should I play? Play Basic Forest. Oh, he could have Boil in his sideboards. He has a decent bit of islands. Could still have Boil though. I don't think I mind. Game playing out this way. Sure, I'll add Field of the Dead in my deck. And he's missing land drops, so that's good for me. Plus his deck's probably just way more clunky in general. Yeah, Jay Coy, I've been thinking about that, like how much a game like Arena should cost, because I've been spending I mean, obviously I don't mind spending the money and it's part of my job, and I'm honestly super fortunate to be in the MPL and make money off Magic, but I think I spend like $100, maybe on average 150 per new set to get the card if you don't draft and stuff. So like, you know, I'm maybe gonna spend $500-600 per year. But I don't know, like, how do you compare it to other games? Like, what's reasonable, what's not? Is that, like, you know, they do have to, like, it's not like they make one game and then they don't have to do anything ever again. But at the same time, it seems like a bit expensive. But also you can grind the game for free if you're good and if you're careful and stuff. You think Arena is more expensive than Moto? It depends for whom. I mean, I profit of Moto. Obviously, don't directly profit from Arena because you can't profit from Arena. I mean, you can't resell cards and stuff. So far, John seems absolutely horrendous to me. I mean, you can have bad draws occasionally, but I was actually surprised. I felt like the deck was pretty consistent. Let's see. I actually started making some land drops there. Magic has never been free to play in Arena. Is Magic computer? Yeah, but except real Magic cards you can trade and they have some value. I mean, that's the whole point of why, so how do you... You can't just have Arena be as expensive as... I didn't realize they were that... Did they have Rayman in Game 1? I guess... I don't think I saw Rayman in Game 1. Alright, I guess I started going off one turn too early. Not the end of the world. I'm remanding my cryptic command. I think I kind of want to put that Mana Leak back on top. Adam says I lose 40 to 60% of value every reprint, and I think Arena is at least half cheaper than paper. Yeah. Fair, I guess. How often is a Flooded Grove awkward? It's been fine on my one leak sample. Alright, hopefully they don't have another veil. Easier to cast modal with another mode counter spell. Not bad. I guess all these cards are pretty good. Well, that was bad. I should have put a land back on top. I'm just gonna say go, I guess. Doesn't look like, I don't know, his deck just hasn't done much. I'm assuming it's some kind of NIF deck with like not as many payoffs as other NIF deck, but let's see what happens if I do that. 7 cards in hand. I'm gonna go after Teferi, maybe? You probably don't have Snapcaster in hand, right? Love to see that Force and that Veil. Oh, my hand's pretty awesome. Maybe I should even tap out. Maybe I'm just asking to throw the game here. Fine. The overall question is kind of interested in non-standard formats, I guess. It's really good, but it's like not like other decks are not keeping up. I think overall there's just been like too many good cards printed recently. It's not just Uro, I mean, just the overall power level It's been through the roof. I'm not sure. I don't think there's an easy fix. Nivmiz. Mengu brewed up Historic Niv. Yeah, I saw he was playing Historic Niv the other day. I don't think I think a lot of the cards don't line up super well, and it's hard to have the right mix, and you just have obviously an inherently flawed deck because you're playing 5 colors with a don't come and play tap lands, and you're just going to lose like, you know, a higher percentage of games to that, so it's like not very good. We need to get used to countering and bouncing my own spell. Bouncing my own smell? What? Makes no sense. Yoink. Getting double cryptic command in the same turn. All cryptic command tribal over here. Always a fun magic experience for the opponent. Chat, have you ever heard of the big blue? Of the big deep blue? It is fun to be on my side, obviously. He did have Shadow of Doubt in his deck. That's kind of funny. Good thing he didn't have it on turn 2. Quite Shadow of Doubt doing what it does best, showing up at the wrong time and being an overcosted cycling card. Yeah, I should just start countering the cantrips in case they have like some uncounterable spell in their deck. Alright, Chad, get ready. Easy +2. It's like hard casting a Shark Typhoon. All right. It's a pretty good result for me. Let's open a few chesties. It's been a while.